Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ASUS ROG. We are going into our second map of the second semifinal today between Encore and Nostalgie. Encore currently up 1-0 in this series, and the knife round has been finished. It would appear that Nostalgie have taken it, and they will get the start on the CT side here of Inferno, but we will be getting into the pistol round momentarily. Lurpus, thoughts on this map?
I think out of these two maps, this is by far the easier map for Nostalgia, and it is for sure their map pick. But let's go into the game. The pistol round is already live.
All right. Well, getting into it now. Kaylee posted up here at Banana. Getting drawn out a little bit. Disturbed is waiting at the bottom here, and he's going to get caught. Kaylee finally landing that headshot. So already off to a pretty good start here in this map. Xart is alive at the bottom as well. But for now, it just seems like Encore have just spread out across this map. Disturbed playing with fire, and he got burned. But Encore definitely not out of this yet. They've just spread out, and they're looking for a patient way into a site at this point. Kaylee just no fear, though. He's still standing at the top of Banana, looking for the frag. Are they going to give it to him, though? He's going to back off, play it a bit safer, trying to bait them out. But the smoke will go down, and that will be the end of that. So far, what do you make of what do you make of this pistol round strategy coming out from Encore? Spreading out, looking for aim duels?
Not sure that's the way to go with the pistols. I mean, usually with pistols, it's better to group up together and just attack a couple of players. But they can still do that here. If they go to B before a rotation from Nostalgie, they can get a 4v2 battle. And with Apex already low on health, all they really need is the entry kill to get into that site. And from there on out, it's anyone's game.
And Kaylee holding fairly aggressive, both of them, in fact. Not so sure about Overdrive's position. I would actually like to see him up on the coilos to give a little bit of an angle to his shot. But Kaylee's going to get shot first, and now Overdrive has to take care. He could get overwhelmed here, and there you have it. Kaylee going to get caught, both of them, in fact, and B side is clear just like that. Schneider rotating quickly in through connector, though, going to force Corona into the corner. But with only 10 seconds left, Encore should be able to get this plant, and they will, turning it into a 2-on-3. Reflex still alive, and Corona is behind as well to block.
Very low health for Schneider and Apex. KHR gets the first one, gets the second one.
Oh, and he does good damage to Pimp as well. Drops him down to 60 HP. Pimp
gets taken out. And he's
huge
just
headshot.
Just peeks too much. I think what he was trying to do was peek Pimp as he taps the defuse, so he'd get a couple seconds to shoot freely at him. But obviously Pimp not going to fall for that one. Peeks KHR and takes him out, but solid effort by Encore after losing Disturbed, I believe, early on.
Yeah, and they look fairly focused right now as well, as you guys can see on your screen. Encore, that's Natu in the foreground. They're just trying to, well, I mean, at this point, it's not the end of the world. I mean, this is Inferno, a bit of a CT-sided map. It is fairly even, but I think it all is going to come down to this third round bye that Encore are going to go for, because they did manage to get the plant in the first round, so that bonus money will be going their way. But Overdrive currently holding over on Banana. It's going to be Kaylee, in fact, who will find the first frag from mid, and this is his customary position as well. You can be sure that he's going to be itching to get that AWP in play as quickly as possible, because he is one of the few oppers in the world who consistently opts on Inferno and doesn't turn away from the sniper rifle.
And he did really well with it against Recursive. Once again, he had that 23-2 performance on day one.
Very true. Pimp from the site is going to take a peek into apartments and punish Reflex. And that's actually giving Nostalgia the two-man lead. Despite having taken damage, they have definitely got the advantage in this sort of situation, as we are once again seeing Corona actually push in through apartments. Going to swap out for the CZ75. Good choice there. Better firepower. And they are pushing aggressively up to top mid right now. Kaylee going to face the rush and just get 2 kills more. That's 3 total for him in this anti-eco, so a strong performance there. Unfortunately for Encore, not able to get a single frag going their way.
Yeah, not a good save round, but this is going to be a full buy round for Encore now, and due to the bomb plan on pistol round, they're actually able to afford proper equipment already for round 3.
Yeah, exactly right. And we see them, I mean, they do have the most important nade pretty much on this map, which is smokes. And then after that, you go down to flashes, and then you go to HEs. But aggressive HEs straight down to the bottom, even the Molotov that's going to force Disturbed back, giving ground. And 3 guys at the top for Nostalgie at the top of Banana, really looking to just cut off any kind of pressure coming in from Encore early on here in this half. They decide to rotate a man off as well. Apex just putting shots through to the bottom. But it's going to be Apex and Overdrive actually working together on this B site, it seems. Whereas Kaylee will be rotating back over to A. And that's to be expected. I mean, Kaylee is a man who plays Arch with that AWP, so no big surprise there. But at the same time, you kind of do expect the 2 LDLC members to be working together to hold the single site. Communication and also, well, habit perhaps going their way, seeing as how they will have experience working together in that sort of situation.
Yep, and still a very, very slow and cautious round by Encore. Taking a little bit of damage, not too much. It looks like they are going to be attacking the CT spawn side of A, or at least going through there. They might be going towards the CT spawn and into B from there. Bomb still towards the T spawn area. Kelly gets the opening kill.
Kaylee gets the opening kill, and he falls into library as well. He could actually catch them in the back here as they rotate through. Spots a man on Speedway. That's all the info he needs. And now we already see the defense set up here. Apex behind new boxes with Overdrive crouching in Ninja corner. 10 seconds left on this clock. Does not leave a whole lot of time here for Encore. It's going to come down to nerves of steel, and Apex peeks out at just the right time, but he's not going to be able to stop this plant from happening. 2 kills, though, is going to help. And a third one, potentially Overdrive. That crossfire is just too powerful, and everybody getting obliterated on the T side. Encore only managed to get 1 kill on Overdrive, but apart from that, Nostalgie with a very solid 3rd round.
You know, if there were more time on the clock, Encore could have maybe won that. They had so little time to get the bomb planted. There was just no way. And also, as you can see, really unnecessary almost, the way Encore kept pushing into that site. They went for the Fnatic plant, basically, just smoking it off and planning with CT still alive in the bomb site. But once you do that, you can't just run into the site, because he still heavily favors the CTs. You actually have to commit to staying out of it, and that's where Encore failed there in that round.
Agreed. Not the ideal situation, far from it, in fact. But it looks like it's going to be Reflex taking point here, looking towards that CT spawn. Kaylee is here with an M4A1, though. No AWP picked up for him quite yet, and the defense is still very solid. 3 guys rotated over to this B site now for Nostalgie. The bomb, however, is working its way back to mid, and they've got it actually coming back up Banana, so it doesn't really seem like Encore have really made up their minds quite yet as where they want to take it. It's slowly making its way back up top, but there's still a minute on this clock, so they could decide to go elsewhere if something works out here for Codon, who's going to currently go and make some noise in apartments. See if he can't catch somebody off guard. Kaylee is watching the angle to Boiler, though, so it's going to be pretty rough for Codon if he decides to peek out here. And it's actually going to be Schneider picking up that kill from short.
Yep, and it is, of course, a save round for Encore, so not very high expectations coming into this round. What they're hoping really to do is just get a couple kills and they'd be fine with that. And Natu is going to get the opening kill, but Apex cleans it up. A triple kill for him, and he's been in very good form throughout this tournament here.
Apex, Kaylee both having very solid performances. Schneider as well, actually, in the last map of their quarterfinal match that brought them here, had a stellar performance. So everybody seems to be hitting their time, right? They get that one big round, that one big map where they get their time to shine.
Yep, and I mean, it couldn't come at a better time. They're facing elimination in this map, so they really need everybody to be firing on all cylinders. As Nostalgie correctly stacking the B Banana area, but Reflex gets 2 kills. Still Overdrive left in Banana. Gets 1, changes to a flash. Can he get it done? Can he escape, or can he get 1 more kill?
Well, so long as he's here, he's a threat. And there's already Schneider rotating in to lend a hand as well. He will get caught by Xart, but then Schneider wraps in, and Xart not quick enough to get the kill there. Natu's going to be the last man alive, but he's all the way over on the A site, and he couldn't be farther away from this bomb at this point.
Yeah, it's a near impossible round for Natu to win. Xart really should have just fallen back the second he got that Overdrive kill instead of staying for a single second, because I think he stood there for just maybe 1 or 2 seconds, and that's what allowed Schneider to get that kill.
Oh, nice
Natu now, tall task ahead of him. Running through the smoke, he's getting spammed down. 9 health, Pimp gets the kill. 5-0 Nostalgie, and so far, Encore not even close to winning a round.
No, they aren't really getting into that site very efficiently. But this is also CT side the strength. It's similar to Nuke, really. If you know how to play your position correctly, and with some decent communication, it's really tough to get onto a site as T side. You need well-executed strats to come to the fore. And I want to see more of that from Encore. I want to see just big smoke rounds and maybe smoke execution on A. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking for here, because they have to. That's one of the strengths that they have in this match, is the fact that they're facing off against a mixed team. And what is going to cause a mixed team a headache is basically coordinated pressure. So we need to see more of that experience come to the fore here for Encore. And so far, a very successful exchange at the top of Banana for Nostalgie. They live, all 5 of them, while taking out 2 members for Encore. So this is not looking too hot here for the Finns. Kaylee's going to set up with his AWP at Arch now as well. Seeing as how they have the 2-man lead, they don't need to pressure. They don't need to really do anything crazy here, Nostalgie. They can go back to a vanilla hold and not be too worried about it. Start finds an opening, though, and that's going to be a decent start here. That's the first step back into this round here for Encore until Kaylee decides to take a peek.
And headshot there on Reflex.
Exactly.
It's a 2v4 now. That's a big enough disadvantage that it's going to be really, really tough for Encore to get back in it. They basically need 2 unanswered entries now. And A bomb site has so many spots to check. And there's Pimp taking a head off and not to.
Yeah, at this point, life gets very difficult here for Exart. He has so many angles to check. You can see already just in that pit area alone. It's basically this triangle that he has to draw with his crosshair, hoping that he spots the man before he gets shot in the face. And Exart, he doesn't really have many options here. 15 seconds left on this clock. At this point, he could try and save. He's going to take the fight instead, and Pimp will get the frag.
6-0. Not looking good for the home team here. And I think you can tell just by looking at the crowd, who's been awfully quiet here in the second map so far.
Yeah. There's a lot of focus here. I'm sure the entire crowd is willing.
The success of the Finnish team definitely...
Well, they've got to be like the wills right now are
heavily affects the crowd here.
But that's understandable, of course, home team, right? Kaylee will pick up the first frag at top mid right now. Disturbed is going to find one and bring down Pimp. That brings it back to just a 1 frag lead here for Nostalgie in this 7th round. Kaylee, however, taking this peek towards mid, going to take a shot, not going to get it. Takes minimal damage in return and blocks off any kind of pressure with that smoke. So Encore, it resets it to 0 here, essentially. They have to just play patient once again. They have 1:15 left on this clock, so they do have the time to set it up if they can. And maybe try and force a different kind of rotation out of Nostalgie here, because we already see 3 guys rotated over to the A site. Encore are looking to find a way into the B site perhaps, but Apex has a smoke, so this is going to be really tough for them to be able to catch him off guard, especially if he's just peeking with the smoke out like that. It's so tough to hit this shot. And Disturbed takes the peek, and it's all down to timing. Apex spots him, and there's the smoke that goes down, and he even goes for the spray. Apex, no fear, sticks around.
Gets spammed through the smoke quite a lot, though. He's down to 10 health, Disturbed 27. KHRN, on the other hand, is leading the way towards the A site, while Overdrive's hiding in this little nook in the middle.
We have to see if Kron can actually spot this. Going to go for the nade out, but that's 1 man lost, and this is just going to be Schneider on the site. He manages to get 2 kills, or at least 1 before getting taken out, but Kaylee will find the off shot in the end. Kron not really able to find any kind of opening to exploit there. And this is looking just like Nostalgie have a nigh perfect defense. When it comes down to the aim battles, Nostalgie are the ones hitting the shots right now.
Yeah, the problem for Encore is that they are relying on those aim battles. Yeah. They're the team with more teamwork and more coordination. That's what they need to do. I mean, so far, every single round before Encore even attacks a bomb site, they lose 1 or 2 members, and their entire game just completely falls apart. What they need to do is just get some executions going, and that's how you beat a more... probably more skilled team like Nostalgie. Even if Natu doesn't agree there's a big difference in skill, which, you know, there probably isn't that big of a difference, but there's a difference.
There is a difference. I mean, there is a difference, but the thing is the teamwork right now, proper communication and teamwork should outweigh that difference. I think that's the point that needs to be made here. And Encore, until they realize that, I feel like it's going to keep going the same way for them here. They're going to keep beating their heads in these aim duels. And Schneider already starting off strong, just mowing them down as they come up short. Goes for the P2K. Now he finds another headshot. No, Pimp will take that kill from him. But still, they're trying to change up the angle here and maybe go through Arch, but Overdrive is going to turn back with the M4A4. He gets up close as well, spots the shadow, should get the kill, but doesn't. And that actually opens up the B site here. Not sure if Encore can realize this, and Apex is currently legging it back. Is he really going to throw the smoke? Yes, he is.
Now Encore actually knows that Apex is in Banana. But Apex is going to flag construction just at the right time. Reflex getting completely blinded.
And Apex gets 1. Looking for the second one here.
And Reflex oddly baiting Exart instead of trying to at least help there.
Or get the immediate refresh.
Plant inside the smoke. Take it. He's going to take Schneider out, I think. Yep. There goes Schneider. Down to a 1v2 now, but Kaylee hits the USP shot through the smoke. 8-0 now is the score. Nostalgie just looking dominant so far here in the opening half of the second map. Of course, Nostalgie are facing elimination.
That's the thing. I mean, of all the times for them to step up, you're right. This is it right here. Get that 8th round on the board and continue. If Nostalgie get 10 rounds, even 10 rounds, I think at this point they'll be pleased with the result. They're only 2 rounds away, and they have yet to give a single one up. Disturbed is going to get caught in the corner here, however, and this is not going to help things. Disturbed trying to look for it. Reflex is the man who is currently sitting at the top of Banana with him right now. There's currently 2 guys here. Kaylee with that AWP. He knows somebody's blocked into Woodstack, and he's going to be looking for that frag. Disturbed, is he going to peek at the right time, or is Kaylee going to land the shot? They're going to try and work their way out, but Kaylee point blanks it, and now it is going to come down to Disturbed, who actually gets caught by Apex during the flash. And again, going with the aim duels. Again, trying to look for those frags.
And what's more, they're also just one at a time, 1 by 1. So they're not even able to get any trades, which is an even bigger problem. 3v5 deficit. Big advantage. I think it's something like 90% of the time you get 2 first kills, you win the round in CSGO. So big advantage on Nostalgia's side here.
Well, Overdrive spots them moving out from Arch as well. Could go for a bit of a flash, and he is. They turn away, and that's going to open it up for Exart, who doesn't miss the shot when given the opportunity. Still, there is a man holding on the other side of Arch here, and that's Apex. The crossfire is going to be difficult to deal with. Smoke is going to go down to block this off, but there's now 2 men alive in pit. Pimp is going to be looking towards short, but there is Schneider in the ideal position, looking towards apartment, and that might have cost him there, but the timing is still going to work out. Apex is actually just going to spray through, and Schneider now trying to work his way onto this site, catches a man out in the open and gets the kill. Apex will wrap around and pick up the final one, but Encore are just getting picked apart. They're like a slab of beef in a pool of piranha right now. Nostalgia are just tearing them to shreds.
Yeah, I mean, currently Encore just have nothing going on for them on this map. They haven't even come close to winning a round. Seems like they have no coordination. They have no plan of what they want to do. And if they do, they don't get to run any of it because they're just getting picked apart by Nostalgia before they can execute on it. So they really have to change their change the way they're playing, and now they're doing something more obvious. A quick 4 people, I believe. No, 3 people going out of apartments. No, there's 4 people going out of apartments execution.
Yeah, nade up into apps. Not going to do too much damage there. Luckily for Natu, he was still far enough away. There is a man alive in pit, and that's going to be Pimp. He's keeping eyes on short. Schneider alive on the site, though, and he's going to go for the spray on the first man through. That's not going to be good enough, but Pimp is here. They literally drop on top of his head, but it's so much damage already dealt to Encore. Schneider getting up on top of that box is not going to help things. He finds the headshot on Reflex, and now KHRN alive in the pit. Only man here has to find Schneider, but can't land the flick. And Nostalgie take 10 rounds in a row on Inferno CT side, and this is just a testament to their skill right now. CT side, they're forcing Encore to play the game that they want at this point. They want to, Nostalgie want those aim duels, and Encore are playing right into their hands.
Yeah, Encore just, yeah, exactly like you said. Encore playing right into Nostalgie's hands and right into Nostalgie's strength. Just not looking very good for Encore. And you know what's even more problematic for them? The third map is Dust 2, which is like the ultimate mixed team map.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Encore really need to pick up the slack right now.
Smoke to get rid of Kaylee. Are they going to find it, though? Kaylee gets the leg shot. Putting the smoke out there once again. Aims for the wood stacks. Not going to get it. Exart may chase him away here, but the smoke is down to block this off, and this should stop the aggression from Encore. Apex currently holding over at Arch, taking Kaylee's place. And he's got eyes on Boiler right now. Not going to be necessary, though. Schneider going to take one to the face, but he still gets the job done. And there's the man advantage now for Nostalgia in this anti-eco round. Currently, we're still looking for a way back in here. Reflex has got the dig. He could walk out at Pimp. He spots the barrel, but doesn't react. He still thinks it's Pit. Too focused, and Pimp gets a freebie. And now life gets very difficult here. Does Kaylee spot not to? He does. Goes for the flick. He should get the repeat, and he will. Very clean work from Kaylee as expected. And in the end, it will be Disturbed. Walking in from apartments, putting shots onto Pimp. It's just they're landing shots, but they aren't getting kills again. Schneider and Pimp both living with 13 and 14 HP. But this is it. This is crunch time now for Encore. They need 4 rounds in this half. They need the remaining 4 rounds in this half, and they have to face up against 4 buy rounds, essentially, coming up from Nostalgia, because the money is good on the CT side at this point.
Yep. I mean, Encore really look like they just have nothing going for them. They have no idea how to beat this team on this map, and Nostalgie are looking very good as well. I mean, when you're hitting all of your shots and playing that aggressive playing style, it's going to be really hard to beat you. And how many rounds have Encore had where they realistically had a chance to win? One? Two? I mean, it's been an extremely lopsided 11-0.
Yeah, it has. But like we said, man, Encore, they're not playing to their strengths. They really aren't. Like, they need to be playing off of teamwork right now. Working out means to get onto sites. That's exactly what has to happen here. Overdrive holding an arch this time. It's not going to be Apex. Apex supporting over at the B site, but he's quickly rotating over right now. And Overdrive could have an opportunity to get a frag here if he peeks out at the right time. Xart knows he's there, but Schneider is picking up men already on short. They're losing teammates. Reflex takes way too much damage, and now, I mean, life gets very difficult here. Overdrive will get caught. Apex peeks, and he gets punished as well. Now a big opportunity now for Encore. Schneider going to wrap around the corner, though. They line up for him, and he almost gets two. Big performance there. Pimp still alive, however, slams the door shut on this A site, and he's going to fall back into pit. The right position to be in. But Encore, they've taken so much damage now. They have to get rid of Pimp somehow. And Pimp, no fear, decides to change up his position, looking to see if he can find an angle. Xart currently getting up into graveyard.
No idea Pimp's there.
Oh no!
Now gonna spot him, and finally Encore catch a break. They take out Pimp, and it's down to Kaylee, who really shouldn't be able to win this round with an up, despite both Encore players being very low on health. As long as the Finns play this smart, it should be their first. Whoa!
Okay then, yeah.
Oh, what? Don't you look at this? Wow, that was a nice shot by Kaylee there.
Yeah, but I heard that at Kaylee's shot. Whoa. Hell, I was doing it too. That was an impressive flick from Kaylee. That is very scary. Yeah, man. All right, well, let's see how things develop now that Encore have broken the spell. Can they carry on here? They need to continue on and pick up another round. This is all the time now. They have to chain rounds together. And we have to see them just pace themselves. Set up a smoke round on A. Go for an A take. Go for something that involves coordination. They took far too much damage in that last round. They're just going for the spray, however, through that smoke. For now, Xart looking towards mid, but the defense is very passive right now for Nostalgie. As we can see, they're holding very far back. It's only Kaylee who's pushed up at top Banana, but that smoke is there to stop anything getting at him. Now Overdrive moves into the noob corner over here at Quad, but this is about as forward as it gets.
Let's see what happens once Encore actually commit to this A attack. They're still kind of just hanging out there, as Kaylee once again playing very aggressively in the Banana.
And you can see through here. Disturbed is up on the pot, but Kaylee can barely see a little nook there.
Look at this. Reflex is going to flash Banana, and they're going to go for a little peek. Did Kaylee catch that flash? And he's going to get run over now, and that's a nice adjustment, but Apex is still there.
Yeah, good timing there. That's going to force them right into a choke point, and Apex is taking full advantage of it. He almost gets a third one as well. The rotation comes in from Overdrive. He's going to go for the mad spray, and he gets the timing right. Headshot on KHRN. And now it's down to a 2-on-3 situation. Reflex and Xart alive. The bomb will get planted. And Xart is alive, but misses a crucial shot. Reflex now 1v3, and this is catastrophic. He runs past a man in the smoke, trading places, and Schneider just gets him with a nade.
And that was a big mistake by Xart. I mean, that was an easy shot for him to land. And given that 2v2, they could have actually still made it work. Nice retake by Nostalgie nonetheless. Very good job by Apex, making up for Kaylee's death in Banana. Quick rotation by him. Here we see this incendiary grenade being thrown.
But that was so well played there by
Spray
Apex.
Gets those 2 kills. He actually could have stayed alive for longer, and that would have been even better, but still, 2 kills. Good job by him, and a forced buy by Encore. They know they need these rounds now. They can't afford to save anymore.
No, that's it. They have to just get rounds on the board. Not sure if this is the first time, I think, in quite some time, at least 10 rounds, that Kaylee has taken the op mid to start. He's just been going Banana with it every single round, in fact. So Kaylee now changing up his position. This is going to look to just shake things up. Bit of an aggressive push down mid, or rather Banana. Oh, they trade Apex. Overdrive still alive to set up the defense, however. And Kaylee is now rotating over to lend a hand. But Encore, they're still gathered up outside of A. One interesting thing is that Pimp, who we've spoken very little of, has not seen too much action. Actually, it still has 12 frags. 12, 1, and 3 right now on Pimp. But he's like the lurker extraordinaire. Totally forgot he was on the team, but it happens to be that he's in the bedroom right now. And I do like this play here. Schneider and Pimp working together in house, trying to deny this point of entry into the site. Schneider, realizing they don't have any eyes on a site right now, falls back to pit, so there's a bit of external defense here as well. And it is nobody in apartments right now, so Pimp's position isn't very clear. All he's saying to his teammate essentially is nobody's in house. So Schneider can focus on short, and he can look towards long as well. Kaylee is now going to rotate over and start looking towards Arch. He's going to change up his position for Library, and this could be a crucial position as this smoke goes down. Does he hit the right time through this door?
Does he even run through that?
No, that's suicide, but Schneider.
Could be suicidal, yeah. Pimp gets a kill there. He's been very good playing that apartment / big pit area. Schneider also peeking with Pimp's flash.
And this is so tense now.
And
3 remaining
Encore
members.
just getting, I mean, they're just being attacked from every direction right now. Schneider misses a couple of shots there, opens up the window, but not so much. Pimp overdriving Kaylee clean up 13-1. Such dominance currently.
Really impressive play from Pimp.
Just isn't much right now that Encore can do.
It really does. I mean, this is just, dominance, just sheer dominance. It doesn't really seem, it doesn't really seem like Encore, even when they get into a semi-favorable position. I mean, 3-on-4, a retake, lots of angles to play, but when it comes down to it, they can't land the shots that would secure them the win there. And that's the big thing. Pimp just dancing back and forth on balcony, never even really bothered too much. He just starts putting shots through and gets the headshot at the end. Kaylee once again setting up for mid, but it is going to be the full YOLO rush to the top of Banana. Overdrive runs out of bullets, and that's the defense cleared up. KHRN pushing up to top mid, will find Kaylee, swaps out for that AWP, and now, all of a sudden, total change of pace here from Encore, catches Nostalgie off guard, and it's down to Pimp 1v4, and a man in connector, or rather in construction already. Checking angles, doesn't find it. Disturbed, still alive.
And Pimp expecting a flank there from Speedway. Obviously coming from there.
Lobs the nade in and gets blown apart. XArt will make it happen. And 2 rounds on the board for Encore.
Too little, too late.
Too little, too late. I mean, even KHRN, saying, well played. That was just very well played by Nostalgie. Solid half for them.
13-2. You think there's any chance of Encore coming back?
Slim to none. But
yeah,
home turf, home crowd. If they can just get the wins, there's no reason they can't do the same thing on their CT side.
It's a bit of a problem, though, that Inferno actually is a map that is not very hard for mixed teams. You can sort of work your way in. I mean, if you just keep picking those aim duels and you keep winning them like they did in the first half, it really is possible.
Agreed.
I mean, possible for Nostalgie to win a bunch of rounds here, and they only need 3.
Clearing it out. Apex ducks behind the car to avoid the nade damage. Goes for the fight again. There was a man backing him up. That was Pimp, but they decided to back off after getting the info there. Spotting at least 1 member on B, but they can assume that there's 2. Seeing as how the smoke is used up, though, one interesting thing is that Natu has another smoke, so this is even more time that's going to be burned off this clock. And Nostalgie clearly want to go for this B site, and Natu's not even going to be able to throw that smoke down. Reflex managing to pick up the first one, which is a very fine kill from him. He's still alive in this site as well, and he's going to be waiting in flowers, but he gets overrun.
And looks like Nostalgie is able to run over this B site defense. XR barely stays alive, not any longer. Schneider gets a kill. And it looks like Disturbed also gonna go down at the hands of Schneider, who has picked up 3 so far this round. Gets taken out. Kaylee cleans it up, 14-2. Encore going to be broke. And this is basically going to even up the series.
This is it. Nostalgie, when their tournament life is on the line, that's when they wake up. They're 2 rounds away from now turning this into a 1-1 series. Best of 3 here in our second semifinal of the day to determine who goes on to face My Revenge, rather, in the grand finals. Natu takes a peek at top Banana, though. No damage, actually, just info. But still, I suppose you can assume that there's going to be guys down there. It's not the end of the world. Good nade onto KHRN, though. Does have that CZ with a sick twist. And there we go. Flash in. Bread and butter play here. Vanilla as it gets. And Natu manages to make it back around the corner. No real advantage given away. Apex not interested in letting them live, though. Will chase down 1. Pick up a big kill. Pimp stands his ground, goes for another, and gets it. 2 kills now Nostalgie's way. There's still another man on this B site, however, and it's Reflex, but he has to play it so carefully. He's going for the peak. And there is a nade that's going to sail in right on top of him. 95 health. But Nostalgie are very single-minded at this point. They're just focused. They get those kills, and they're like, okay, B site, that's where we're going, guys. The rotation has come in, however, so Reflex is no longer alone. Xart is here to set up the crossfire with him, and Reflex still picking.
Disturbed is going to be on the flank here in the middle as Nostalgie turn around. Let's see how many kills he can get. He could still make something happen here.
Oh, he has to go. He has to go fast. He has to go fast. He has to catch them as they line up. He goes for the spray and gets 2 kills. Now we go to Xart. He's going to catch the man getting onto this site. Needs to land the shots. Needs to stay alive, and he makes it back around the corner. We're into a 3-on-3 situation now, and the game is on. Kaylee in the graveyard spots out the last man, and Xart is here. But the bomb has been planted now, and Kaylee is going to be looking to Disturbed. Is Disturbed going to get the right time, though? He will, but he's the right time to die, essentially.
Doesn't help. Kaylee gets a second Reflex 1v1. He knows where Overdrive is. No, never mind.
Oh, yes, he does. He's going to try and bait it. He hears the steps, goes for the shots. Mad spray towards the pit. Goes for another bait. He's facing him. He's facing him. He's not giving up.
No time. Just no time without a defuse kit. And Overdrive able to win this 1v1 by running out the time of the clock. 15-12, 13 map points coming up for Nostalgie. And it looks like they are going to even up the series at 1 map apiece.
They're just a terrific CT half. And Overdrive really did play that down. But this was such a sick play here from Disturbed. He let them get away. I mean, they did get pretty far away, but he found the right timing for them to line up for him. And with that CZ75, the damage is monstrous. So good control there. Disturbed the running shot on Kaylee. Just a love tap, saying hello. A little running 1D would have been pretty sick.
Schneider just through the smoke. Doesn't even care that it's there. Gets that kill. Apex also gets 1. And we're just 3 kills away from officially going to the 3rd and deciding map in the 2nd semifinal here.
And this, I mean, this is it. They have a 3-man lead going in here. As soon as this smoke clears, Natu, he's not long for this world. He's picked up an AK. He can catch Apex. No return spray from Apex. He's looking to get the advantage, but it's not going to be good enough. Natu gets the 1 kill, but it will be a very fast 2nd map in this series. Inferno, Encore get crushed, and now we go to Dust 2. And as you said, Dust 2, a map that favors the mixed team.
Yeah, I mean, Dust 2 is definitely a map that Nostalgie wanted to play. And I'm actually very, very surprised that Encore did not eliminate either Dust 2 or Inferno. Even if those are some of their better maps, I would still rather eliminate them than play them against the mixed team.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. But I mean, take them to cash, take them elsewhere where perhaps some of the strategy can play in. But we shall see, guys. It's going to be a 10-minute break here at ASUS ROG, and we will get into our final semifinal match of the day to see who moves on to the finals, Nostalgie or Encore.